What's up, Internet? Welcome to the Bubbles Stock Market Open Show for Thursday, October 30th, 2025. It is 8:19 a.m. Eastern Standard Time before the market opens. I hope I hope more and more people are beginning to take massive accountability for their bookkeeping. Get in there and figure out what your monthly expenses are. Start tracking everything. It's going to help you become financially independent from the stock market if you choose to do that. If you don't choose to become financially independent from the stock market, it's still going to help you pay your bills and all these type of things. So to have more information on that, there will be a little link popping up at the 1 minute mark. It's coming up 5 seconds. It should be right around in this area. You can watch that video. It'll give you a little more detail on putting one of these together and show you some uh, theta trade strategies that you can use to help pay some of your monthly bills. Next, we got the MMRI. It's moved up a bit. Look at this. Boom. Right here we got update yesterday. It went up to 250 yesterday, hitting 253. So risk is moving up in the stock market. And Buffett indicator, it's still showing us that stocks, according to this, would be overpriced. Not a good deal at the moment, expensive. The Schiller PE is basically telling us the same thing, that stocks are expensive at the moment. We still don't have any update from this Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis Fred website. And if yesterday, I think, or a couple days before, I was giving these political celebrities the benefit of the doubt. Oh, the government shutdown. But you know what I realized? That if there's this government shutdown and they can't type on a computer and update this information, how the heck are they paying everyone to have this organized? Fed Chair Powell flapping his lips yesterday, but you can't get someone to update this. Apparently, the answer is that's correct. We can have these guys go on TV, we can have them talk, but no one is going to be typing just like this. I don't know if you hear that, but that's what would be needed. But instead, we don't have that. I got a unemployment update for you right here. Boom! Look at this, Paramount. Dear all, we have launched a new, better than making it clear to building, we must also reduce the size of our workforce. So, and we recognize these actions affect our most important asset, our people. So I think, to me, trying to read between the lies, or is it the lines? I'm not sure which one it is, either lies or lines. Trying to figure out what the truth is. Maybe we got some unemployment rate rising. Let's look at some charts. Boom! Look at this. We have all the markets here. We got these topping tails. Look at these wicks shadows to the top here on all the stock market indices. Gold moving up a little bit, dollar really having another bull run there, Bitcoin coming down, oil coming down a little bit. And this is happening while I saw some news that China and the U.S., president of the U.S. and I don't know if it's president, the main honcho over there in China allegedly came to some sort of agreement, but markets are not responding in an upward fashion due to that. Let's let's look at some after hours stuff. All right. So this was Wednesday. This was leading up to Wednesday, and now this is after Wednesday. You see this line right here where it says Thursday. This is starting the Thursday trading. Let's go into, let's look at here. What about VIX? So the VIX from yesterday came down in after hours trading, and where we touched broke below 16, got into the 15 and some change, but now we're kind of bumping up there. Definitely this year. Yeah, this year was it? I can't quite remember when this this new guy was installed as president, but I was thinking that the new red trader hat, not the MAGA hat, the trader hat was going to be make volatility great again. And I think that's what we're seeing. I think we're seeing a comeback. I think we're seeing making volatility great again in the stock market. What else can we take a look? Ooh, we got to take a look at. Got to take a look at this. There we go. Put the call ratio. Okay, I don't see much of a change. I know it was really low yesterday morning, but it kind of bumped up a little bit. Maybe things seem normal in there. What else? What else can we look at? Uh, we can look at the. Let's take a look at the. Let's go to the FANG stocks this way instead of looking at what happened yesterday. Let's look at this. We'll try. We'll go AAPL. Take a look at what Apple's doing. Okay, after hours, Apple obviously kind of moving up from closing here to here. That's up. Came up. That's up. Okay, so let's. What would be next? AMNZ? No, man. AMZN. Ah, okay. Finally, memory kicking in. All right. So from the close here yesterday, we're slightly down just a little bit. Slightly down just a little bit there. How about you? Look at the A shares of Google. Google's up and after hours trading. How about and down? Okay, that's going down. What else are we missing here? MSFT. Ooh, sold off. Coming back though. Look at that on the earnings last night. Dropped on after hours earning report, but looks like it trying to make its way back nonetheless. From here to here is down. Meta. Wow, look at that. Meta really sold off on the after hours earnings and trying to make it back up. Didn't even make it to 50% into this drop in that big bear candle, and then boom. All right, selling off. So stock market, I'm continue to be feel like it's safer to be selling if you, in as far as selling naked options. I think the call side is much better, or covered calls. Overall, I think they're. I feel more confident that the I feel like the risk, in my opinion, the risk is more to the going down than up at the moment. And if you're wondering, what do you mean risk up? Yeah, if you're selling when a person sells options, generally speaking, you're wanting the option to expire worthless. So for and I am a net option seller. I'm definitely a theta trader. So in my mind, I'm looking to try to get the most premium for where the stock market in general or a stock's not going to go. And I think the upside is the safer bet at the moment. What else are we missing here? Did we is this one still in the FANG stock, or did all the political war going on, did that move Tesla out of the they did they kick it out of the Mag 7? I don't know. I don't know what happened. But overall, you see kind of went sideways and down. Where from the close of yesterday to where it's trading right now, it's a little bit down. Not much like some of the other ones. What else are we missing here? We got Amazon, we got Apple. There's probably something that I can't quite remember. Let's take a quick peek, make sure I'm getting all these. Who did I miss? Amazon, Meta, Google. Oh, Nvidia. That's right. Go. Got to check out Nvidia real quick. I guess we don't have to, but I'm choosing to. Nvidia. I was trying to make it up a little bit sideways, but technically from the close here to where it's at now is down. Nothing major. So overall, it looks like we're more looking at where the Mag 7 stocks are trading right now. They seem to be more of the majority of them sideways or down if we kind of average it out. And so what what can we expect for the stock market today? Well, if that we is me, myself, and I, what we can expect is I have I have I have one side of a strangle on ServiceNow and on I don't know what the name of the company is, ASML. I'm looking to add the other part today on the other part to make a full strangle on both of those. So that's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting to be doing that. And for you, in the we part of you and I, what can you expect? I don't know. I've never met you before. I don't know who you are. But what I would recommend as human to human, and um, unfortunately, I'm not someone that falls into like poli- politicking too much. I dislike all politicians very equally. And so, what I suggest for you is going back. I think I deleted it. Get your bookkeeping down. Figure out what your monthly expenses are. Figure out where your bills are. Because regardless of who gets elected into president, and probably regardless of what happens with the U.S., generally speaking, I mean, I'm painting a pretty broad stroke here, but I'm of the opinion that the stock market is going to survive whether it's a Democrat, whether it's a Republican, whether whether the far left, the far right, the far up, the far down, the far in the middle, the far anybody becomes in charge. I think the stock market's going to keep running. I think king, queen, president, no president, dictator, no dictator. I think the stock market's going to keep going. Now, you could say, well, the stock market is manipulated. Yes, but I think it's still going to keep going. You could say the stock market is not what it used to be. Yes, but I still think it's going to keep going. You could say the stock market's not fair. Yes, but it's still going to keep going. You could say the stock market's a scam. Yes, but it's still going to keep going. You could say the stock market funds terrorism. Yes, but it's still going to keep going. So everything you could say about the stock market, it's probably true. And it's probably true that it's still going to keep going. So instead of taking some moral high ground and saying, I'm not going to participate in a rigged game, which you can, but I would recommend saying, I'm going to pay my monthly bills. I'm going to pay my bills. Like, I'm recommending use the stock market to help pay some bills. That's it. Figure out how to do it. Why be dependent? Why take the risk, or why we see that if the government's shutting down and the people are complaining, oh, I'm not going to get these uh, welfare benefits or whatever, SNAP benefits, and how am I going to feed my family and all these things. Right here, why be dependent on known liars and criminals? Democrats, Republicans, they all had people lying on each side. They've all had criminal activity on each side. It's like a salesperson. Do you give the benefit of the doubt to the salesperson? Do you just say, you know what? All the other salespeople lied, but you're probably honest. Is that what you do? Maybe you do, but I don't. I don't give those politicians any credence. Anything that comes out of their mouth, I don't really trust them. But what I do trust that right now Nvidia is trading around 204.70. It's right around 204. It's wavering between 203 and 205. I trust that. I can see it right there. I see these numbers moving. I trust that. I trust that I'm going to have to pay my phone bill $45 in the middle of next month. I trust that. I think that bill is going to happen no matter what. I believe my phone service people when they say that they're going to charge me $45 on the 15th of every month, I believe them. I 100% believe them. I don't think they're lying at all. I think I can 100% trust that that money is going to come out of my account on that day. Same thing with my internet service. I think that that money is going to come out on that day. I think I can believe that, even though you might not like Elon Musk, and I don't particularly like Elon Musk myself, but the internet is working, and I believe Elon Musk is going to charge me 120 bucks on whatever it is. I think the 26th or whatever. I can believe that, even though I don't necessarily believe in Elon Musk. I don't think he's an honest guy. I think that maybe I shouldn't say an honest guy. I should say this. I don't think that everything he says is 100% honest, but I still believe that he's going to charge me 120 bucks every month. I believe that until I cancel. So all these different things are going to happen. So regardless of all the political whatever is going on, the stock market, for all the corruption that's happening in it, you can still find a way to make money out of it. And that's what I'm recommending for we to do. Aloha.